Yo, I am totally chilling right now, looking at some charts. Not even worried about trading. I just want to let's just look at these charts real quick. All right. Now, real quick, if you know your boy, I found Ichimoku, and I learned it from a redneck. And I want you to understand something. He knows he's a redneck. Okay, Hubert Senters, like, he straight up was like, all right, look, this is how I do it. I don't know anything else, but I can figure this out. So I want you to look at this from the perspective of a redneck right now. All right. So yeah, I know this stuff looks just crazy colors, but all you need to know is like happy colors is bullish, sad colors is bearish. All right. So let's just look at some charts real fast. And then you've got this. This is kind of like the gas, right, and the brakes, gas and brakes. Like when it dims out, that's like the brakes, and then when you see it start going up, that's the gas. All right. So look, it's just real simple, like trend based trading. All right. And this all ties into the whole QFL base breaking stuff. I love QFL, but in terms of just understanding the weather, all right, this is what I'm using. And so all you need to know, bro, look, you see how it's below this cloud right here, and then the accelerator is picking up. All right, guess what probably is going to happen? Yup. Well, so this needs to break out. Like this little lightning bolt, it needs to come out of this cloud right quick. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm not saying you need to go short right here. Make this 2 to 1. Right here. But look, man, it's accelerating, and here, like, sometimes this stuff can really throw you for a spin. All right, because nobody knows where it's going to go, right? Like nobody knows where it's going to go. But there's odds, and people can say, well, I don't know where it's going to go, but the odds of me being right is 35, 40%. And let me move this up. So like from right here, 61. I really like 55% has been my number. Like that's been my jam lately. And then there's been this other guy. So I'm kind of using this like half and half, like half just trend trading, half QFL. So I've got my QFL chart right here, and you can see. Let's get the RSI off. It's just too confusing right now. I am chilling in bed right now. This is sick. And I got my little pop screen microphone. You can't see it, but you don't hear the computer fan. Or maybe you hear the computer fan, but it's not like the mic in the computer. So anyways, this is going to be a long video. I'm just going to go ham on this situation because you ain't got nothing better to do. Just watch what your boy be cooking up, all right? So look, this thing is about to crack a base. Maybe. Like look, like the accelerator, we're going down. Let's check another chart really fast. This is another crazy acid chart. But this one you're supposed to you just get rid of this. You don't need any of this. Look. Let's pull this down. This is that little panic alert thing. I totally bootlegged this indicator from somebody else. I just looked at their chart and made my own version of it. So this chart is like, this is somebody else's work, but I love it. Like I understand exactly what's going on here. And so, we've been short, and then you would have sold off, like you would have gone short right here, and you would have sold off like 10% right here. And then you're about to sell off another 10% down here. But the main thing that I care about this chart is these little bases right here. Look, we broke a trend line right here. Like there's all kinds of technical analysis, right? So, we come back to this and we see, oh, here's a base right here. If we want to get some sides like all in right here. In fact, can we just say like where we want to get the sides? Now with this stuff, I usually am like all about that 35%. Like right there, that's your juicy nectar, okay? So 5, 10, 15, like, yeah, 15, yeah, 20, 25, like, dude, that's where I'm going to be like, yes. And then right here, oh my gosh, right? Like that's where, for me, 35%, that's where I'm like, that's where my money is usually sitting at. And it has not been working out all that well, because usually it's like 5, 10, 15. You're like, oh gosh, like, it only went down 15, and then it's like 5%, 5%, and then it just goes back up. You're like, I'm not making money. And then you have this random thing happen right here. But look, it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right? 25. But then you're like, well, there's a bunch of bases up here and all this stuff. Yeah, I know. Look, like none of this stuff is perfect. Oh, this algorithm didn't, correctly. You know what I'm saying? Look, like this stuff is just mad confusing. And so that's why we're going to go back to this Ichimoku chart. Now look. And when I just look at this, it just makes sense to me. Let's flip the chart really fast. All right, look. Now, if you're one of those people that likes to go long, like me, I love to go long. Actually, let's keep this on here. All right, so, like, here's the thing about going long. This makes sense to me. It's classic breakout trade. Like, and 1, 2, 3, like, you could have started selling, like, right here. So, in this case, actually, let's just say we're going short. But in this case, obviously, it looks like we're going long because I inverted the chart. But I still need to, let's just go short. All right, so for me, like, you can take this signal, right? It's 1, 2, 3 candles, and even though the lightning bolt is, all tangled up into this cloud, that's okay. 1, 2, 3. So right about here, let's just say you would have gone short. And 9%. That's in crypto for me. A stop loss at 9% is like a joke. So maybe go like 12%, right? But then oh, well, then that means, I have to, have this be 2 to 1, and that's just way too much. Okay, so look, there you go. Now let's flip the chart. Okay, so if you would have, bought on the pullback, going short, all right, then that would have worked out in your favor. But let's just kind of fudge some numbers up a little bit. Like, let's just put this down here at 13, and I'll put a horizontal line so we know what's going on here. So, I'm just treating this like, I'm a wholesaler. Like if you understand business, all right, I just flipped it. Now we're technically going short. And you're probably confused because these colors are blue and oh my gosh, like, I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, look, there, better. So, when we're in this, like this cloud right here, then I'm getting more size right here. All right. Like sooner, I'm getting more size sooner. Whereas with this, like, let's go back to the, okay. Look at this, 5, 10, oh, the lines aren't showing up. Gotta go visibility, hours. This chart is crazy, I know. There's like 4 different perspectives. 4 different perspectives. But, I mean, these are my 4 charts. Like, here's my daily Ichimoku, all right? Here's my, hour long, or, sometimes I have it on 4 hour long QFL with, my RSI, and you can see the highlights when it, goes up and goes down. Then you've got like my support and resistance, and also, side note, like trend lines. That's what this chart is. You're supposed to view it like way up close. I'm going to get rid of this guy just for now. Just overload. And the thing about this is like it's got this like 9 EMA, and then you've got this guy, and then all these little dots right here to just help me understand like the extremes, where if you were going short, you would be unloading whenever you'd see one of these red dots. So like boom, you'd unload some right here, and then you would have unloaded some right there. 10%, 20% of the trade. But the reason I'm zooming in, you see this red right here. So just side note, I clustered a bunch of indicators together. Let's just look at this really fast. I'm not putting this on my website, but like I put the ADX and like the average true range and the RSI and like all the signals. Just like, are we gonna go into? Yeah, we're gonna go. All right, here we go. So okay. I think it's this one. So it's basically like my bull and my bear is going to be like when the ADX is bullish and the ATR is bullish, and let's do bearish because we're focusing on downsides, right? So when the ADX is bearish and the average true range is bearish, and then Ichimoku has a signal called TK cross. You don't even know about that. Chiku span, that's also Ichimoku. That's Ichimoku. And then you've got the EMA 200. And then the percent R is Williams percent R. Anyways, it's just another indicator, right? And then the parabolic SAR, and then when my momentum is bearish and the rate of change is bearish, I want that thing to light up. This to light up. All right, so like when all of those things are lighting up, it's like this intense, like you can even see it. So like, and sometimes it'll just keep going and going and going. Like all of this all kind of helps me to piece together what is happening. And also this little squiggly, panic alert thing. Oh gosh. I mean, it's just like, there's just way too many things to, pay attention to. But this has been my journey. Oh, and then here's my my Vinny bot with my panic, my panic signals, which I think if you go to a 10-minute chart, let's see. Oh, do I not have? Oh, because it's a newer chart. Let's go to ADA. A lot of people care about. Okay, look, there's my panics. So I've got these 4 charts, and like then I've got my other chart right here, which is just like my QFL thing, and uh, got my panic signals, and then just regular QFL bases. So I'm just giving you a little walkthrough, just showing you all the things that I have set up and how I'm just even looking at all of this stuff. I mean, honestly, out of all the things that I've been looking at, the one that's made me, let's just go through, what has made me the most money. So as of right now, this Vinibot has made me the most money. Hands down, all right? And it has given me, balls of steel to be able to just go and buy something. Even this right here, man, I am just, deathly scared. In fact, let's just compare this. We're just kind of doing, a sampler session of, what's going on here. So, this is my 5th layer, and I'm doing martingale, so it's 50, 100, 200, 400, 800. And you're like, oh, but you didn't get even more size down here, the thing would have told you to. Oh, and it went up, and you didn't sell when it went up. It came down here, and then it went up, and then it went down further, and you didn't sell right there. Man, I got balls of steel, because this indicator has always closed the trade. So you see what I'm saying? This is just... it's giving me that confidence, whereas this one I'm oh my gosh, I got to be buying at 5, 10, 15, 20, and for both of these, these profits are not all that great. But again, this chart has made me the most money, and mainly in bullish conditions. And bearish conditions, this is better, but I probably should just be ramming size in right here, which is this guy right here. And then guess what this is tied into? I would have gotten a panic alert. Let's take a look at mana, and we'll go to this chart. So that was September 21st at 1620. So we'll go to September 21st. Is this mana? September 21st. Mana. Man, I guess I got those alerts. The threshold is really far down on that. That's interesting. Learning something new every day, right? And wow, with that one, I mean, maybe that alert got triggered. When it has a wick and then it pulls back, it doesn't show it triggering. Do we have an alert on? Let's take a look at this. Current symbol. So, man, there has not been a panic signal on mana. It's something. Okay. When was it? September 7th. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we definitely got a panic signal on that. This is just what. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that. Whew, yow. Oh wow, this still hasn't. That Vinibot. It can get scary sometimes. There's a lot of people that have gotten size. You know what I'm saying? All the Vinibots. This is 34%. Before. Starting way up here. Excuse me. So this is 34%, and yeah, 34% right there. So that's 34% from the top. I'm sure if you've been following me, you've seen me talk about getting 55% below the base. It's because I'm talking about most people are just calling that a base, and even if they called one of these other ones the base or something like that, even this one right here, 55% actually is what is this? 46 cents. You can't see me touching the screen, but you see the very subtle difference between 47 and 40. It's not by much. So if your size is way down here, you're not that far off. Even let's take a look. I mean, you see what I'm saying? From $1 to half a dollar, right? 50% off. You get the idea. That's kind of the number. In fact, let's take a look at mana with my crazy acid chart. Mana's been you see why I love Ichimoku? Look at this. Bad weather, good weather. Look, we're going down. Uh-oh, it's starting to create bad weather. This, people are starting to become fearful. These are emotions. It's printing emotions, all right? Like right here, we've got some hope that it's printing, then it breaks past that. Man, I can look at, let's do this. We're changing gears a million times. All right. Bearish. Here's our accelerator. Cardano, whatever you want to call it. We are indecisive. We are in the cloud. This is equilibrium. Everybody's happy with the way that price is right now. All right, algo. like that's a pullback. That's bullish. Like that's a bullish pullback. Like the lightning bolt above the cloud in price. Damn. It's like algo for days, bro. Like that's a bullish chart right there. That's bullish. It broke out like right here, and you would have bought, and actually you would have gotten kicked out of that trade. That's interesting. Although, yeah, I just yeah, you would have probably gotten kicked out of that trade right there. I mean, like that's the thing about all this stuff is it's like a 35-40% chance of being right. But your math on this stuff still makes you money. This is the second thing that's made me the most money. Like QFL base trading, just in general, like that. I'm just too scared, or I get too much size too soon. One or the other. It's really hard to get that nice in between situation. But I did make some money trading Ichimoku. It's just really hard when the whole market goes down because your odds are just, and there's wicks, like it's no bueno. But yeah, let's take a look at this. We are in the cloud, and the accelerator is like dead. Adam, like, dude, bullish, bullish. Like this is a pullback. Like, come get some. And so you see how I'm like using this to kind of think about QFL. It's like, well, and also let's do this. So it's at 40. Where's the cloud at? It's 20, 50%. Like 55 is right there. Like, why do you think that I'm always like 55%? Because like, dude, 55%. Like, like, okay, this right here, dude, that's like, look at where that's about to go. Like, that's about to come down 30%, and the accelerator we're picking up, it's below the cloud. Like once this breaks, like it's done. Same. I mean, this may find support. You can kind of see just very gently. There's like a little dark cloud right there. That's from like this stuff right here. Because, oh look, you can see my old trades. That's cool. That makes me happy. Man, Ichimoku, like for days, like dude, I was making money. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Man, look at this. I mean, like lightning bolt is wanting to pop out. Let's see one that, okay, yeah. Man, that's just too big of a panic. Oh, you wouldn't have bought in right here. Yeah, you wouldn't have bought in. Let's take a look. That's a 20. Yeah. I mean, you would have bought in like right here at this pullback, if that. And then where's that headed? Let's just keep setting these up. See, I just feel so much more comfortable having gone through like my, not being able to make money phase, to where when I'm wanting to buy, like, look, that's 24% right down there. And then let's measure just from top to bottom. So yeah, that's 45% from the top. I know that's asking a lot, but it can go down there. And honestly, like from the last right there, that's only like 8%, from where it was, and from where it's at right now, that's only 16% or 15 or 16. You get the idea. So sorry for making you tired. Look at that chart. I don't like how this is turning red. Let's look at this. Oh, this is so much fun. I've never really thought to just pull up some charts and look at them. I should probably make more of these. Anyways, you get the idea. Like, look at that. It's just boop, 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 boop. Okay, great. Like, still bullish, but we've lost our accelerator. And you can even see it on like the price action. It's just kind of like, yeah. Let's look at Dash. Yeah. Like, it's got this little safety that makes it a weak short. Like, this is just like a little safety mechanism that like it's going to find support down here. People are going to care about it because people cared about it before. And so you see what I'm saying? Dot. Getting red right here. Like, I just, like, for me, when I look at this stuff, I'm like, this looks more like a good QFL trade, to, let's see, let's just measure from this top. Like, if we just panic dive hardcore, like if Bitcoin goes all the way down to 30 or 25K, that's where it's going to find support, is like, and it's usually like underneath one of these little twists right here, I've noticed. Oh, this is just so funny. Like, can't you see there's like this little pattern? Oh, and by the way, like all of this additional cloud stuff is this indicator that's just a bunch of, it's, so we're on a daily chart, and then this is multiplying it by 4, so it's 4 days, and then this is 8 days. I could probably make it 7 or something like that, but just 4 and 8. It's 4 days and 8 days. I don't modify my Ichimoku for the crypto settings. Like, I just multiply them. Like, I mean, it's just averages, and odds. Like, whatever odds work best for you, and it just depends on like how you're using it. But for me, like, I'm just gonna multiply them. So that's why, like, when I'm looking at this, I can just see like there's still people that are pissed off that the price is so low. I don't even need to go back in time, homie. Look, somebody bought way up there. They're pissed off right down here. We don't have anything else to talk about. Like that, they're pissed off right here, and like the moment that this starts coming up here, like they're gonna be ready to sell, and that's why I'm like, I ain't even messing with EOS. Same with Ethereum Classic. I mean, but I see this. This is like the real dark. This is the 8-day, like the weekly, and so when I'm viewing this and I see like a little hint of black, I'm like, there's some people that still care about this. We got some acceleration picking up. We had some positive acceleration for sure with Ethereum Classic. Wow. Let's just keep going. Let's look at Ethereum. And then look, you can see this dark cloud. I don't know if you can see it if the quality's low, but we're getting some acceleration, but it's into a cloud. All of this is tying into itself. Like, it's kind of like 4 different puzzle pieces that, I'm fitting into one scenario. Like this one right here. Yeah, I know this one's just crazy and all that. It's like freaking Star Wars, like, but I'm paying attention to these red signals, these blue signals, and I'm paying attention to these little panic dots, and these are my supports. I'm not really paying attention to trend lines or if it's above or below. There's like these little signals right here. That just means that it has crossed down the EMA, and that price is below 50, or excuse me, that not price, but this thing is above 50%, I think. So it's like accelerating, which is true. I mean, like if you see right here, it called it. Like it called this little thing right here. It was like, hey, look, like it's breaking this 9 EMA. I'm going to put a red dot right there. And then it came up, and then, it did it again. But this was the signal. And then you've got like this gap between the next support. And then you had like these supports right here, and you had this support right here. Obviously, it found support right here. And then, there's, look, I'm just going to show this to you. There's my GAN. So I pimped out my my GAN box, if I can find it. Shoot, where's the GAN box? There we go. So the way that I do this, oh man, I used to have so much fun trading this guy's strategy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you go 8 candles back, and then you choose like where. So I know this is like, I'm going through like 8 different things, and the chart looks crazy. Screw you. You hating on my chart? Screw you. Trying to make money here. Trying to have a colorful work environment. No, I'm just playing. Don't screw anybody. Where was that red dot again? There it is. So once it crosses, this is like 12.5, and then here's 25, 50, 75. So if it crosses 25%, then this would have kicked you out of the trade technically. You would have bought right here, and then you would have gotten this triggered, and you would have sold at like how much percent profit? Oh my gosh, like no profit. Homie strategy is bunk. But sometimes it works. Like I tried this for a while. But what I like about these, this is what I like. This is what I'm showing you, is that like I like seeing this chart because it's one more perspective of like, oh, that's interesting. There's a red dot right here, and there's a good chance that we could go down. All right, and then I'm like, yeah, there's that support right here. Oh, you know what? This might be a good place to buy. And then I've got all these supports right here. I'm like, oh yeah, QFL, that's gonna potentially break that. Just put that chart up. Let's go back to Ichimoku. Accelerator's picking up on Filecoin, but we're finding support at the bottom of the cloud. Lightning bolt for this one is still above the cloud, like this little protection layer. Man, dude, these coins are awesome. Like, these coins are awesome in terms of just if you would have bought them like way down here. Look at that, dude. I mean, like, yeah, I know. Who would have known? I mean, the performance on these is just insane. Like 5,000% in under 2 years. I mean, you just wouldn't have known. You really just wouldn't have known. But anyways, my brain's starting to tell me to go to bed. Icon at dead in the water. Like, man, I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at. I mean, in terms of like trying to make some money right now, I'll tell you right now which one I think would be the best one to buy. I mean, some of these you can't go short on, but I mean, man, you want like the buyer reaction. Like that's really what's most important. If people are getting rid of it, why are you trying to buy it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's pay attention to the buyer reaction. So for any of these right here, that's what I'm talking about in terms of the ones that I would buy. Let's actually scroll through. Let me see. In the cloud. Man, what is this Lisk? And yeah, nobody cares about Lisk. I mean, yeah, the whales kind of cared about it right here. This little dark cloud. Dead. Litecoin is dead. Look at that. Dead. In the cloud. Equilibrium. That's the price that it is. Mana broke out of the cloud. Found. Came back for, you got the breakout and then you got the confirmation. What else we got? Matic. We got cloud support. I mean, like all this stuff is picking up. Like Melon. I don't think anybody even cares about Melon. I do. Man, this coin. Look at this. Like you see that dark cloud. Look at this. Sheesh. Like, dude. Look at that. Like, insane. Let's look at the performance on this. 10,000%. From March 2020 drop. Insane. Back when I was trading these coins, man, I had so much fun. I really did. It's so much fun because like you buy it and people are like, you're not supposed to buy it there, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, grandpa. And then I'm just making money. Man, it's just it's so great. It's just so great. I need to just go balls deep on some of these trades again. Just start trading aggressively, but never seems to work out in the end, does it? Dude, OMG. The chart, Omisego or whatever, That's a great chart. It's funny. That's on my radar. Are you looking at this? Like, that's a great chart. How do I know? Look at it. It's above the cloud. It's bouncing. Like, yo, look, blue. Like, that's bulls. And yeah, we did just kind of like reach the top, and it's just kind of zigzagging over and over again. Man, I was like so upset. When was this? December. This was all paper trading, but still. Do I have my old trades on these? No. That's a different chart. Anyways, I'm just showing you like, hey, look, this is how I'm using it. I don't like the wicks in OMG, but man, let's go back to yeah, dude. Oh, can I pull that chart up? I kind of want to pull that chart up. Yeah, it was this one. Let that load. Let's go to another one. I'm just saying, man, like, it's just so refreshing to look at this and just tell you, like, right now, if I took all this away right now, I took that away, I have no idea what, like, just looking at this chart with it the way that it is right now, I don't know, is it bullish, bearish? I mean, yeah, I guess it looks a little bit bearish and, it's coming down, but I'd have to, like, scroll back out on the chart and, like, view it like this, and then I'd probably need to view it in, like, the 4 hour, and then, or, I could just turn this on, zoom in, right? And I'll tell you right now, like, no. Nope. Like, where's my accelerator? Looks like, we're starting to accelerate a little bit of acceleration on quantum. Like, look at this. Look at how fast I'm going through these charts. Don't you see? Like, dude. What is this, rep V2? What is this, rep V1? Still dead. Wow. I mean, it's just dead. There ain't no trend going on. No trend. But rep 2. These are the ones that, like, if you're gonna get like a real panic drop on some of these, like where you want to put your that's what I would do with this. And let's measure down, like, how far it's at. 46% on Sia coin. Man, it had such a great run. It really did. And then it just came up to about, like, halfway, right? Like, it dropped, what is that? Jeez, it dropped 87%. Like, it literally just came all the way down. So, like, this should be about 45. Nope. 45 is, well, either way, the halfway mark is, like, right there. So it came up about, like, 50%, I think. Well, I'm too tired to, you know, fine, I'll do a fib retracement. I know my fibs look crazy. It's a long story. I was watching this guy who did fib retracements. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked out at all. I'm sure that, you know. Anyways, there's all kinds of strategies. Like, all that you really need to know is, you know, QFL really is, unfortunately, out of all the ones, even though it's the hardest, like, it's still the easiest. You know, just going through all these, like, dead in the water, like, it's just kind of breaking out now if we flip it upside down. It looks like it's ready to, you know, QFL. Like, that's what I'm saying, is just, like, it really doesn't matter to me. Tron, wow. Finding support right here. That's interesting. Uniswap, wow. This was me just taking stabs at, I was setting up trades to see if the stop loss got hit. That would be a great place to buy. And let's say you would have seen that wick come down here. Yeah, man, 26%. Not bad. What else we got? Waves was bullish. That's Bitcoin. Acceleration, but we're in the cloud. Like, this is Doge. We are almost like, that'd just be great if we just saw 50%. Oh, that would just be just amazing. Man, I should go live on YouTube or something like that. That would actually, you know, I've got enough followers, I could probably go live on YouTube. That's a great idea. Didn't even think about that. See, I just don't even care anymore. Like, I can just look at these charts and be like, lightning bolts in the cloud. That's just, ain't even messing with it. Like, man, XTZ, that was the chart that I was talking about the other day. Like, it was this one. I was getting these panic alerts. I think I need to adjust this a little bit more. But, like, man, the volatility on this is just like, 12% move up. Like 20% move down. Like, 30, 40. Like, what? Like, every time that I've been like, every single time it comes down, it gives me a signal. It's like, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, dude, every time it comes down, it bounces back up. It's just like, I mean, you know, like this one right here, but I'm just saying, like, and like, it's just insane. It's just insane. Like, this is just, and so that's why, like, when I go to this chart, I'm like, man, oh, look at that support. See, I love my charts. I love them. I love my charts, but, like, see, I know, like, right here, like, this needs to really do something. Like, I mean, this really wouldn't be all that great to trade in terms of, like, let's see, would have broken out right here. You would have probably gotten stopped out right there, and then would have gone back up to here, and then you would have gotten stopped out again. Like, like, that's the only downside to trading Ichimoku, is that, like, the QFL trades are getting your money. So, like, every time you do an Ichimoku trade, like, when the stop loss gets hit, you're selling into QFL. And also, like, this chart, when it's coming down like this, you're selling your shorts into QFL as well. And then with this, you're selling into the Ichimoku people that are buying the some of these. Like, you might buy, like, you know, this breakout. You might have bought it coming up. There's just, like, it's just so funny how, like, everything, like I'm saying, like, it just fits into itself as a, oh man, what a crappy chart. Let's see, that would have come out right here. I mean, you could have, see, I'm not going to go short on crypto. And if I do, it's going to be like a really good looking trade that just is perfectly set up, where the cloud and the acceleration and the lightning bolt outside of the cloud, like, that's what I'm going short. Man, look at that. It's just waiting. Like, can you see what I'm looking at now? Like, if we were to look at this, you know, completely different perspective, looking at all of these. And so that's why I look at all of them like this, because boom, look, I know that this is bullish. And so I'm like, then I may open up this and look at that, like, wow, I mean, this is great. Like, this is just, look at this chart, like, full of trades, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this video is probably super long, but and then let's take a look at this. Look, all these like blue signals of like yes, 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 like absolutely. Oh, and look, here's a panic signal. Like boom, you could have hit that with some size. This is Adam. Let's take a look at the last time I got a panic alert on Adam. It was right here, and look, like, look, it's just like, and then the panic alert on this mixed with this, then you catch that whole move up. Like, you know, you can have the guts to like hit that with some size, and then you see the chart's bullish. And look at that, it's coming off of this support and resistance right here. What a great chart! Like, dude, no wonder that it bounced back up. When was it? The 8th, when it came down and just kept going up. People couldn't believe it. It's like, well, yeah, I can believe it. Look at this chart. Like, look at that chart. It makes sense. Like, boom, there's your support, and then you know what about this blue stuff behind it? Well, that's the 4-day, so 4-day charts. Because you know what I found is that this is more relevant in terms of trading Ichimoku. Is the 2-day? I've noticed is a lot more. It's either 2-day or like 12-hour. But you know, with the 12-hour, you just have to modify like how you trade it in terms of like your pullbacks and you know, like for instance, this pullback to the cloud. And that's where a lot of people they'll only buy when it pulls back to the cloud. So many different rules, like, you know, to piece this all together, and just like knowing all of them and being able to look at all these charts right now, I really don't care what direction it goes in. Like, oh, Bitcoin, where are you going? Where are you going? I see your accelerators coming up, but you're stuck in the cloud. At least I know what's happening right now. We haven't gotten a cross, you know, where the cloud turns negative. But I mean, look at this, like lightning bolt, and then oh, the candle colors, dude, game changer. Like, check this out. So, when we've got the fuchsia, that is like short trade. When we've got like the light green, that's like the beginning of long trade, but really it's the light blue. But you could do light green, it's just like a weak signal, but yeah, light blue. I can go through this whole chart. Look at this. Nothing, light blue. I'll go long right there. Absolutely, I go long right there. Look, long position right there. So what I do is I grab the, if you watched my other thing, the trend-based extension. So it just depends on what you want to consider. Like, sure, we'll take that. We'll take that as our high, and that'll be our pullback. And then we'll take this, and we'll say, yeah, we want to buy some right there. Man. Yep. Yeah, dude, that's and so you could do 8 candles back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like support right here. There's really not a whole lot of support down from there, so maybe just like that. So you've got 15. Where is that headed? Right about there. Okay. So you would sell, and what's that? 100%. That's 100% of this whole thing. So you'd be doing 2 to 1. I love trading. You know, like honestly, I kind of regret not going in harder. Like seriously, I regret not going in harder on trading. Like I think that I probably could have done this full time. And dang, having a little sad moment on camera. You know, I'm doing so many other things right now, online business stuff that's taking up a lot of my time. That's a great setup. I mean, like even if it lost, like that's just a great setup. Look at that, man. I want to take that trade. And look. Like, where would that be? Right there. What a great trade. I know it's, you know, like here's the base right here. Let's zoom out and see, like, let's tie in QFL into this. Actually, let's just put this on all the charts. So you'd be going above and beyond, like, you know, and that's the thing about this is like you can't really layer out unless you layer out right here. That's the thing about these trades is like if you're going for this, you got to go for that. Like you don't just like, oh, you don't wuss out. Like your odds will literally evaporate. And I love knowing that stuff too. Like, let's get rid of this little trend based thing. But you know what's funny is okay. So I put the stop loss underneath the base. Look at where you're gonna sell into. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be going right into QFL. Why do you think QFL works? because people are taking these types of trades. Now, what you could do is, let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's fifth layer. So what I've been doing lately is right in between here and here, I've been layering. So I'll get some size like right here, here, all in here, and then like my biggest size down here. So all of this, like this whole area right here. And where does that correspond? Look at that. There's the cloud, and the bottom of the cloud is right where that red line is. So like all of this stuff, again, it fits together. It really does. Where does it fit into this chart? Where does that line sit? So for this one, it's just a little bit too out of nowhere. You know what? You know where this would sit? Right down here? This trend line. This trend line right down here. Now you're like, what is that trend line going to? Like, I don't know. Is this logarithmic? Is the trend line logarithmic? Oh. Whoops. It wasn't set to logarithmic. Well, that makes a lot more sense. I'm like making technical analysis out of something that's like completely wrong. I'm not even embarrassed by it. Like seriously, most of this stuff is pretty much like self-fulfilling prophecies, and I'm still I can't get over this trade. This is just such a great trade. Look at that trade. Look at that trade. It's just staring me right in the face. It upsets me greatly. Where's my paper trading account? That's right. I'm paper trading this. Like a wuss. Like the wuss that I am. Look at my account balance. It was at 100. It was at 100. It started at 100. I have like made 100%, and like I haven't even been using it. Let's do this. Create limit order. Let's get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. We're gonna do market. Got some movement going on, don't we? What's going on over here on this chart? Oh, if you're still watching this, I hope you're having a blast. I hope you had nothing better to do than to hang out with me. Okay, we're gonna risk 1%. No, I'm going 2% on this one. 2%, 2%, baby. Let's go. Oh, doesn't that give you warm fuzzy feelings inside? All right, I'm gonna cut this video off here. If you like this video, subscribe and like. I've like disabled all of everything that YouTube has to offer about this, because honestly, like if I were to post this on YouTube, I wouldn't want people to see this. Like I've spent so much time, like all the stuff that we talked about, you may not be able to like get value out of it right away, but like I really have, slaved away at this, and I'm not about to like share some stupid stuff. Like that's what furus, fake gurus do. No fake guru. I'm just like you. I'm a homie trying to get out the trap. Like, yo, like if you found this video, like, I'm just trying to like, fast forward your game, just as much as I'm trying to, I'd hope that you would do the same. Just like, like your homie Luke did. He didn't have to post that stuff, but he did. Same spirit, bro. Same spirit. And on that note, I'm out.